large, big topping pizza. Yeah, perfect. Um, yeah, can I place an order for that pizza? So I would like the regular, like, I guess, hand tossed with the big toppings would be um, pepperoni, jalapenos, and pineapple. No, just like that without extra cheese. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. No, just the pizza. I'll be paying with card at this.
Harsh, but he's got to make sure that these guys gonna follow him. That's gonna get Nas going. That's gonna get the left-handed count kid going from who played great. They need to do Nuso to step up again. It's got to be all hands on deck because Kenny has said this. There's no three better guards in the NBA than those three in San Antonio. That trio, and but I'm looking forward to watching that game tonight.
They're down San Antonio won 2-1 over Minnesota after reclaiming the home court advantage in Game 3. Still to come, we got a brand new edition of Watch Your Head as you take a look at Joel Embiid as he gets ready for Game 4 against the Knicks, only averaging 16 in the series.
As a director, I like to be in control, but plaques from psoriasis kept getting in the way. Now with Bimzelx, I'm back to clearer skin.
Only Bimzelx targets and blocks IL-17A plus F to calm inflammation.
Those people got 100% clear skin, and after the first dose.
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections and lowered ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease occur. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Start to say I'm back to clear skin with Bimzelx.
Ask your dermatologist about Bimzelx, also approved for psoriatic arthritis and HS.
Thought they were cooling off on the sidelines? Well, they're just getting warmed up.
Surprise! DirecTV got hot. Hey, you know I played in high school?
Really?
Well, I went to high school. I didn't go to high school.
Anyway, it's never been easier to keep up with your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps. So hard. Wait, there's no ice in yours. Why would I ruin a perfectly good bath?
Lesson number 3. They won't feel your fit out there
Uh-huh.
until you feel it in here.
Looking like a snack. What? It's cheesy.
Monday, it's American Idol's grand finale.
You guys are just bringing it.
Performances from all 3 judges, Mentor, Alicia Keys, Motley Crue, Nelly, Brad Paisley, Jason Mraz, and more. And who will be your next American Idol? Sheila,
Your growth is so inspirational.
Hannah,
You are absolutely amazing.
Jordan,
The best voice I've ever heard.
Your 2026 American Idol is
American Idol's grand finale, live Monday on ABC and Disney Plus. Next day on Hulu.
NBA Tip-Off is presented by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
Happy Mother's Day to my sister Miko and my mother-in-law Leah, to everyone whose mom is no longer with us. Send my love to y'all.
Hey, Mom. Happy Mother's Day and happy birthday.
Happy Mother's Day to my mom, Lynn. I know you watch every single episode, so I hope you see this. Please stop agreeing with everything that Chuck says. His head is big enough.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you so much. I haven't done this ever before, so I wanted to make sure today I gave you your flowers and tell you thank you for being so wonderful. And I can't wait to see you in 2 weeks. Love you.
Just a sampling of Mother's Day.
Get that guy as a raise. His mom loves me. Give him a raise.
Yeah, exactly. So we got some guests in the studio today. You know, our legendary longtime producer, Tim Kiley,
Yes.
gets back in the chair this week. Jeremy Levin is going to Paris.
Get Roland Garros.
Yeah. So the Kiley clan is in the
And
house.
one of the young ladies is a teacher like your daughter. You know how much I love teachers.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Why did you get good grades then?
Here's what we need from y'all, and let's test it out, Shaq.
When I say 1, 2, 3, you say watch your head. 1, 2, 3.
Watch your head.
Oh, we need some more enthusiasm. 1, 2, 3. Watch it. 1, 2, 3. Watch it. Come on, Big John. All right, here we go. Don't make me steal your phone again, John. Here we go. Play number 1, Jonathan Kumain elevates over Mitchell Robinson for the alley. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, Jonathan. 1, 2, 3. Play number 2, Robinson gets his revenge by bullying Kuminga with the putback now. That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Play number 3, Colin Murray rises up over Jared Allen and his hand for the lefty finish. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last place, Jared Allen comes out of nowhere, thrown out over Rudy Gobert. 1, 2, 3. Bonjour. French fries.
There you go.
Good job, John.
Always a good release.
Yes.
Well done, gang. I know you didn't think you were going to have a speaking part when you came here today, but well done. We'll take a break. Top of the hour, ahead of Game 4, it's NBA draft lottery.
Nothing to do on a Chicago on a Mother's Day. What a bunch of losers.
I'm here with your NBA player preview, and we've got so many fun ways to get in on the action for the game. A race to 10 bet is fire right now from the opening tip. 13 to 10 points. Boom! The sweat. Feeling bold? Combine your bet into a same-game parlay to go for a bigger payout. DraftKings is your home for the NBA playoffs, and new customers can get this exclusive offer. Download the app and use the promo code when you sign up. The crown is yours.
You deserve wings. For making it to the weekend, or just making it to Wednesday. Because when it's made to order, always fresh. Wing night is whenever you say it is. Wingstop is it.
Let me show you what we You can try.
This is our house. I'm going to fight for it. We're going to take back our home together.
To the universe. Fair. On the court, players are always raising the game. When everything is on the line, you see what a team is made of. The team at St. Jude has helped raise the overall childhood cancer survivor rate in the U.S. from 20% to more than 80%. When one team works together, there's no limit to what can be accomplished. That's the difference you can make. Join Team St. Jude today. Booking.com has all kinds of stays. For those who love family resorts, and for those who do not. There we go. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Are the playoffs almost over?
It's round 2. Expected.
The job is only half finished. It's on.
The Stanley Cup playoffs. The Navy, ESPN, and the ESPN.
Let's go. Ball in.
The European Finals begin Wednesday, June 3rd on ABC.
NBA Tip-Off is presented by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
All right, welcome back, y'all.
Boy,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Shocking.
Hey, you were cute when you were young. Hey, Miss Lucille, happy Mother's Day. Man, you were cute when you were young. What happened? I will not respond to that enough.
Oh, there he is.
Now, you were ugly when you were young. I've gotten better looking with age.
How about the stash on David Stern?
I know. The late, great David Stern. Where you hit that suit from, Chuck? Men's Warehouse. I was only the sixth pick in the draft. Stop it. The other went to 5. The other went to 5.
Well, Washington, Indiana, they have the best odds of landing the number 1 pick in the draft.
Did you even get drafted, Kenny?
Dude, come on, stop. If you had the number 1 pick, Kenny, who do you get drafted here? If you have the number 1 pick, who you take?
If I'm a bad team, I'm taking AJ DeBosk. If I'm a really, really good team, if OKC gets it, I might go Caleb Wilson.
Here.
Come on, brother.
Thank you so much. That's great.
What you doing? Nice mustache. Yeah. I'll take it right off, too.
Very
Go there.
So it's almost that time.
Tips.
And of course,
his footage is better than mine, and I'm younger than him.
What this day boils down to, Kenny,
yes,
is who gets the right combination of what?
Ping pongs. Ping pong balls.
Exactly.
Ping pong balls. I hate y'all. I hate y'all so much.
Backed up, and that's traffic on the twos. Also, lottery fever is gripping the nation. Jackpot is huge. In the association, the long road to success is paved with hard work and hope. And on the way, you need a little luck. This year, there's plenty of good fortune to go around. A loaded class of future stars, right for the big Success lies down the road. Next stop, the NBA Draft Lottery.
Welcome to the 42nd annual NBA Draft Lottery. For the first time, live from Chicago's historic Navy Pier. The lottery, it has changed franchise fortunes. It has offered hope to teams searching for a new beginning. And we are mere minutes away from seeing how 14 ping pong balls, 1,001 different combinations, determine the fate of this year's lottery teams. Executives from around the league, they believe this is the deepest class of prospects in years, headlined by the likes of A.J. Devonta, the nation's leading scorer. And then there's Darren Peterson, the dynamic guard from Kansas, who has been at the top of the charts all season long. Of course, there is Cam Boozer with his all-star family lineage, ready to walk his own path in the NBA. And the question is, which team will land this year's Con Kniffel, a star ready to help a team be poised to return to the postseason? I can tell you that the room here is buzzing inside Navy Pier as we await the reveal of the draft lottery order. As we say hello and welcome you to the 2026 NBA Draft Lottery. Alongside a couple of Duke Blue Devils, we have Jay Billis, Jay Will, Bobby Marks, our senior front office insider. I'm Malika Andrews. And Bobby, you have said this may be the deepest class since
1996, 30 years ago.
96, exactly 30 years ago, which means the stakes for these lottery teams, Jay, they couldn't be higher. But how would you describe the talent that we are seeing?
Well, to Bobby's point, I think it's the depth, not just the depth of star talent. We've got star talent. This is the deepest freshman class that I can remember in all my years. And there's not a lot of separation between the first pick and the 10th pick in this draft. You take a look at the second five and the best available. Keaton Wagler had 46 points in a game earlier this year for Illinois. Reminds you a lot of Tyrese Halliburton. There are a lot of outstanding players in this draft. So if you don't get the number one pick and get to choose between A.J. Devonta and Darren Peterson, you're still going to get a star caliber player deeper down in this draft.
And look, I know according to a lot of mock drafts, right, the slate from 1 to 3 pretty much seems solidified for a lot of people between A.J. Devonta, Darren Peterson, and Cameron Boozer. But depending upon size and fit at that 2 spot, I think there's a lot of players out there with size that have the upward trajectory. And one player in particular is Caleb Wilson. I've seen him work out, guys. You think about a comp between Jermaine O'Neal, maybe Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? His upside, we could be talking about Caleb Wilson potentially being the second pick in the NBA draft. And then you have Keaton Wagler, who has the distance and shooting frame like Stephen Curry. Size, frame, handling ability, a lot of talent in this class that could be taken in the top 3.
I think it's a draft of guards. I think when you look at Jay Billis' list here, we could see potentially 7 players of guards going in the top 10 here. When you're looking at Darren Peterson, Darius Acuff, Kingston Flemings, the big question is when you talk to these prospects, how do they get separation from each each other, and we're going to learn a lot about that in the next month and a half.
Absolutely. And to your point, Jay Will, the conversation about who is going to be selected number one, that has certainly been a debate amongst executives over the last several months, but it's starting to solidify. So let's take a look at some of our draft lottery headlines here. And you have that look at the draw, because there's three teams with the best odds to win, and they are the Wizards, the Pacers, the Nets. All of them have a 14% chance at that number one pick. And then here you see the rest of the odds for the top pick. 3 of the last 7 teams to win the lottery, remember, they have 6% chance or less. So what you're saying, my friends, is there's a chance. And speaking of chances, the Thunder, yeah, they're still in the conversation here. They continue to benefit from the 2019 Paul George trade with the Clippers. Yeah, that landed them Shea as well. And if the Pacers, they fall out of the top 4, remember their pick will go to the Clippers due to that Ivica Zubac trade that we saw ahead of this year's deadline. And then there's the Hawks. They get the more favorable of the Pelicans and the Bucks picks, while the Bucks get the less favorable of the two. I hope everyone was taking notes. I know there was a lot of housekeeping here. We will make sure to remind you how these odds can fall. But coming up, we check in with AJ Debonsa, with Cam Boozer, with Darren Peterson, and all of them are joined by a special guest because it is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and all of them are joined by their mamas here in Chicago as well. Plus, we are moments away from the lottery order of the 2026 NBA Draft being revealed. This presentation of the NBA Draft Lottery will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Cars are cool. Rental cars are not cool. Cars can come in all shapes and sizes. Rental cars are mid-sized or similar. Cars are all about the details. Rental cars are also about the details. It's cool when you can pick the exact part you want and pick it up exactly where you want. Like here, or even way out here, but never here. No one wants to be here. You want to be here. So, rent a car, not a rental car.
When allergies throw a sucker punch, the power of Claritin D punches back harder. Get fast, powerful relief of your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. Claritin clears.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, but heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's. What does it take to be the most watched newscaster in America?
Some kind of operation center? Militants came in from different directions. So you have a couple loaded and ready to go. We've got a home right here, engulfed in flames. The steam here, apocalyptic. Tom Ford, Navy, USA. David. I'm David Muir. You hear me every night.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
Forget the warm-up. DirecTV got hot. They're on fire with more MLB games than anybody. Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
How old are you?
11.
And what do we need?
Oh, that is a delicious looking orange slice. You know, that's actually my son's slice. Go ahead, you can take a bite. Just kidding, that was a really good one. The larger one is the dad.
Nothing outshines a bloody hand.
Let's go, ball in.
The NBA Finals begin Wednesday, June 5th on ABC.
Get your friends, families, the whole gang together for our legendary family meal. With 12 pieces of marinated grilled chicken, 3 sides, tortillas, and salsa. Flavor this great, serves an audience. Let's get loco. El Pollo Loco.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers. So switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. When you need to communicate, you can communicate.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. Plus, over the past 5 years, T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus Verizon and AT&T, and enjoy a 5-year price guarantee on experience plans.
The value that we get with T-Mobile is excellent.
Yes! El Pollo Loco finally has tenders. Juicy, all-white meat chicken covered in a bold, spicy blend of Mexican seasonings. It's okay to be late for the party, as long as you're the hottest one there. New Loco tenders. Let's get loco. El Pollo Loco.
Keeping the peace might be pushing you further apart next time on all.
Stars of today, the stars of tomorrow. The NBA Draft, a two-day event on ESPN and ABC.
The NBA draft is June 23rd and 24th. We're coming up next to Stadium 4 between the Knicks and Sixers, with Jalen Brunson in New York looking to complete the sweep in Philadelphia. That's immediately following our lottery coverage today. And you can see what these players are all playing for. We have the hardware here at Navy Pier as we welcome you back to the 2026 NBA Draft Lottery. And ultimately, today, it is all about the players. And we have 23 different NBA prospects here with us today. And we're going to check in with a few of them, starting with AJ Dybantsa, here with his wonderful mother, Chelsea. And Chelsea, you have raised a confident young man, a young man who's been very clear about his goals, and that is to win and to go number one. So, AJ, we're just a couple of moments away here from seeing how the lottery order shakes out. When that number one envelope is opened, can you give us a glimpse into what's going to be going through your mind?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting for sure. Just preparing for this moment. Obviously, wanting to be the number one pick, working to be the number one pick. So I'll be excited. Great opportunity.
Thank you so much, AJ. Congratulations. Enjoy today. I mentioned there's several prospects that are here with us, and that includes Darren Peterson, his mother, Natasha, who is here as well. And Darren, college, it was a journey, and now it is behind you, and you're on the doorstep of your NBA dream, and you're doing so next to someone who's been standing by your side this entire time. So what does it mean to you to be about to take this next step with your mom here on Mother's Day?
It means a lot to me and my family. Like you said, it's the next chapter. She's giving me every chapter of the way. So just blessed to have her with my mom and blessed to be here today.
Thank you so much, Darren. Congratulations, Natasha. This is what makes today so special. I love that this is happening on Mother's Day because it gives us a chance to see these prospects with the people who mean the most to them. Cam Boozer is here as well with his mother, Cece. And Cam, family has been at the center of your entire basketball journey. So today, you have talked about in the past how it doesn't matter if you go 1 or 15, it's all about fit. How does that become clearer when the draft lottery order is revealed?
You expect to see where you can end up. And, my mom being here, she was special for me. Her support, her sacrifice she made my whole life. I wouldn't be here without her. And I know a lot of people here would say the same thing. So I just want to say to all the mothers here, so for good lottery.
Cam, thank you very much for that insight. Enjoy today. I know there's a lot of emotions, a lot of anxiety that oftentimes comes with a day like today. And we're moments away from the lottery reveal. But first, have you ever wondered, right, how the lottery works? Well, our Brian Windhurst, at the risk of parroting Hamilton, takes us inside the room where it happens.
When the ping pong balls fall, the exhilaration begins. The NBA lottery can change a franchise for a generation, but it's a place nobody wants to be. You know what you see on TV, the celebrations of victory, the silence and loss. The real tension is in the room where it happens, where 14 balls whirl, and each of the 4 drawn pop like little spikes to the soul.
10, 14, 11, and 7.
There's 1,001 possible combinations. The team's jackpots are posted on the wall. The ones with the most, the Wizards, Pacers, and Nets, have 140 precious combos this year. The Jazz and Kings have 115, and so on. Last year, the Mavs had just 18, but one magically delivered Cooper Flag. The difference between the Hornets getting Con Kniffel and having their turnaround season and the Wizards and Jazz rebuilding again, one single ball. That's the margin and the stakes. This year, the prize could be the euphoria of getting a talent like AJ Dybantsa, Darren Peterson, or Cameron Boozer. A miss is agony. It's the NBA lottery, but the balls fall where they may.
A miss is agony. Well, the stakes that couldn't be higher. Thank you, Brian, for that trip inside the lottery room. Now, it is time to meet the representatives on stage here with us today. Representing Charlotte is forward Tom Kniffel, the 4th pick in last year's NBA draft. Miami has sent 2006 NBA champion and Hall of Famer Alonzo Mourning. Representing Oklahoma City is the 12th pick in the 2003 draft, Nick Collison. Golden State has sent Larry Harris, Assistant General Manager and Director of Player Personnel. And representing Milwaukee is Mallory Edens, the daughter of Bucks Governor Wes Edens. Chicago has sent 3-time NBA champion and Hall of Famer Tony Kukoc. Representing Dallas, a Mavericks legend, 4-time NBA All-Star Rolando Blackman. Atlanta has sent General Manager Anzi Saleh. Remember, the Atlanta Hawks won this draft 2 years ago. Representing Memphis is 2004 NBA champion Tayshaun Prince. And here in Sacramento is General Manager Scott Perry. Representing Utah is guard Keontae George. Brooklyn has sent Nets guard Hall of Famer Vince Carter. As for Indiana, they've sent guard TJ McConnell. And finally, representing Washington is 5-time NBA All-Star John Wall. And now, NBA Chief Security Officer Leon Newsom is escorting the only person here who actually knows the results of the draft lottery. Vlaska Markova from the accounting firm of Ernst & Young, who's delivering the sealed envelopes here to the podium. And now, my friends, it is that time. It's time to get started. Here's NBA Deputy Commissioner and Chief Operating Officer Mark Tatum, who will reveal the lottery picks for the 2026 NBA Draft.
Thank you, Malika, and happy Mother's Day, everyone. Good luck to the teams. The 14th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft goes to the Charlotte Hornets. The 13th pick will be made by the Miami Heat. Picking 12th in the NBA Draft will be the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Remember, the Thunder, they received this pick from the Clippers because of the Paul George trade in 2019.
The 11th pick belongs to the Golden State Warriors. Pick number 10 will be made by the Milwaukee Bucks. The 9th pick in the NBA Draft belongs to the Dallas Mavericks.
So that means that Chicago has jumped into the top 4.
The 8th pick goes to the Atlanta Hawks.
Remember, Atlanta, they received this pick from New Orleans due to the Derek Queen trade last year.
Pick number 7 will be made by the Sacramento Kings.
That means that Memphis has also jumped into the top 4.
Picking 6th is the Brooklyn Nets.
That means that Utah is going to be in the top 4.
The 5th pick in the NBA Draft will be made by the LA Clippers.
So the Clippers received this pick from the Pacers because of the Ivica Zubac trade in February, which means the top 4 will go the Chicago Bulls, the Memphis Grizzlies, the Utah Jazz, and the Washington Wizards. All that's left to be decided now is the order. So coming up, we will see who takes home that coveted number 1 pick in the 2026 NBA Draft. We'll be right back.
Available in a minute.
Oh, that is a delicious looking orange slice.
You know, that's actually my son's slice. Go ahead, you can take a bite. Just kidding, that was a really good one.
The larger one is the dad.
Nothing outshines a blend.
For me, creatine is definitely helping high performing on the court, being able to react to the game better. I'm thinking ahead of time, making those split-second decisions with a clear mind and a clear vision. I think adding throwing creatine is helping better recover, so I have endurance throughout the 82-game season. At the end of those games where people are getting tired, I feel like I have a lot of energy to be as strong as possible for 40 minutes plus. Seems like the game slows down with going.
These are my confidence boost.
Hey, from my family, just mi secreto para brillar.
The final touch to own your moment.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
Are you one of the millions surprised by rising prices? Well, AT&T just raised your rates. You have rights. I'm not entirely sure they are because I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a charming British actor. But I do know this. Right now, bring your phone to T-Mobile. They'll give you $400 plus pay off your phone up to $800 when you switch. And with T-Mobile's price guarantee on their experience price, they won't raise the price of your rate plans for 5 years. Join T-Mobile and I guarantee you won't look back. And that's a guarantee. Am I saying guarantee too much? I feel like an actual lawyer.
When you need longer-lasting body pain relief, try Aleve. Just one dose of Aleve provides pain relief for up to 12 hours from all types of body pain. Aleve, longer-lasting body pain relief.
And the balloon.
Oh, that is a delicious looking orange slice.
You know, that's actually my son's slice. Go ahead, you can take a bite. Just kidding, that's a really good one.
The larger one is the dad.
Nothing outshines a blend.
Forget the warm-up. DirecTV got hot. They're on fire with more MLB games than anyone. Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
How old are you?
11. Monday, it's American Idol's grand finale.
You guys are just bringing it.
Performances from all 3 judges, Mentor, Alicia Keys, Motley Crue, Nelly, Brad Paisley, Jason Mraz, and more. And who will be your next American Idol? Kira,
Your growth is so inspirational.
Hannah,
You are absolutely amazing.
Jordan,
The best voice I've ever heard. Your 2026 American Idol is...
American Idol's grand finale, live Monday on ABC and Disney Plus. Next day on Hulu.
It all comes down to this.
The 4-night finale event begins Tuesday.
TV characters, 1,500. Better be up there. And you'll become the champion. Come on. We knew it.
Celebrity Jeopardy All-Stars 4-night finale event begins Tuesday on ABC.
The playoffs almost over.
It's round 2. Expected. The two contenders.
The job is on the run finish. It's all about the
Stanley Cup playoffs. ESPN and the ESPN.
Before we reveal the top 4 picks, just a reminder that coming up next here on ESPN is Game 4 of the Knicks and 76ers. Tyrese Maxey and the Sixers trying to avoid being swept here while the Knicks look to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's immediately following our lottery coverage. And then there were 4. The Washington Wizards, the Utah Jazz, the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Chicago Bulls. Joining us once again to announce the order of the top 4 picks is NBA Deputy Commissioner and Chief Operating Officer Mark Tatum.
Thanks again, Malika. The 4th pick in the NBA draft goes to the Chicago Bulls. The 3rd pick will be made by the Memphis Grizzlies. Pick
Picking second will be the Utah Jazz, and that means that the number 1 pick in the 2026 NBA draft goes to the Washington Wizards.
The Washington Wizards win the 2026 NBA draft lottery. Remember, they made a huge trade last season. They added Anthony Davis, they added Trae Young, and now they will have a number 1 pick to pair alongside their young core. Jake Will, you say wow.
Well, just the fact that all the stuff blooming around Anthony Davis and then being there and then getting Trae Young, and you think about the likes of what A.J. Devonta, Darren Peterson could be within that system, what a huge win for the Washington Wizards.
Can I say wow again? I mean, certainly they made the 2 trades at the deadline with Trae Young and Anthony Davis, and then you can add an impact player at number 1. It changes the dynamics of your organization here.
Our senior insider, Shams Charania, is joining us here as well. Shams, what does this mean to this franchise?
I mean, a massive get for Washington and Utah, right? And you think about the bottom, those are the 2 bottom teams, and the new anti-tanking rules are set to be enforced starting next season. That is in the works. And so this really being the last year where you have teams at the bottom that are not going to be faced with now moving forward, the relegation zone where the bottom 3 will actually be punished, and then the rest of it from 4 to 10 and beyond will be a flattened odds system. And a team like the Miami Heat today finishes 13th. And their team, I'm told, has been supportive of this flattened odds of competitiveness because the marketplace really helps them being in Miami where players obviously want to be at. So, listen, next year moving forward, Brad Stevens said it the other day, it's going to be much more competitive.
Right. To your point, Shams, this is the first team to win the lottery after finishing with the worst record under this current format. But as I said when I was walking around chatting with some of these players, ultimately, Jay, this today, yes, it's about teams and it's about their futures, but it's about where these young men are going to be stepping forward in the NBA.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of tough decisions to make, and it's not a no-brainer, number 1. A.J. Devonta and Darren Peterson, that's going to be a tough decision for Washington. And we have some years where you say it's a no-brainer. This is not. And you've got a number of difficult decisions that are going to be made throughout the top 10.
Yeah.
But the good news is that no matter where you fall in the top 10, you're going to get a really good player. This is a deep draft of star caliber talent.
And we talked about just the depth of this draft, how it's one of the deepest that we've seen. And really, there is so much talent as you look up and down where this lottery has shaken out here, Jeff.
I watched a guy like Michael Brown Jr. go for 40-plus in a game. I watched Darius Acuff do incredible things. I watched Keaton Wagler do incredible things. The names go on and on and on about the talent. So like JP said, you're in a lottery. You're going to get top-tier talent that could potentially turn into a franchise-like player.
Well, how about the team like the Clippers at number 5? You know, they go into losing the play-in here. They still have Kawhi Leonard, and you get a top 5 pick and a strong draft for a team that's changed the corner a little bit as far as going younger with a player like Darius Garland to build around. Now you get another pick to add to this group.
When you look up and down, Shams, this draft lottery, not just at the number 1 pick, which, yes, we've spent time talking about, and certainly congratulations to Washington here. What stands out to you?
I mean, the depth. That's the one thing when I talk to team executives, when I talk to everyone involved in this draft, is this could be the deepest, most talented draft up and down. And so if you look at teams that have fallen, right, you think about the teams that might fall out of the top 4 or 5, whether it's the Kings, you think about the Nets, you think about teams that try to be competitive year in and year out, like Miami. This is a deep enough draft where you're going to get a player and someone is going to always rise that you're not expecting as well.
Caleb Wilson is someone, Bobby, who you had a conversation with and were so impressed by.
I could have talked to him for about 3 hours. I think he's an extension of what your coaching staff is as far as on the court. I love his demeanor. I love his basketball IQ. If we're using an NFL terminology, I kind of equate him as like a free safety, the ability to impact defensively, steals, blocks. I think wherever he goes, he's going to make an impact to a team here.
And tremendous upside. Like, he can really pass it as well, and I think he's just scratching the surface of how good he's going to be.
Especially when you see some of these workouts when the ball is in his hands, which it wasn't in his hands a ton at North Carolina. And also his ability to shoot and stretch the floor. I mean, there's still so much of Caleb Wilson's game that we haven't seen yet that I think it's going to blossom perfectly at the NBA level.
Now we know the way that the lottery has shaken out and we march towards this 2026 NBA draft. What are you going to be watching, each of you, real quickly, most closely as we head towards June?
Yeah, I mean, there's teams that fell that could have potentially put themselves in a position. Think about Miami, Golden State in trades. And so now a lot of them going back to the drawing board.
The number one pick between Peterson and Devonta is going to be really intriguing, but then where's Caleb Wilson going to go? I think that's a linchpin in this draft because you could see him go as high as number 2.
Yeah.
But you could also see him a little bit further down. And then the guards. There are a number of great guards in this draft. Kingston Flemings of Houston. We saw 3 guys on the same day go for over 40, all of them freshmen.
I think with everything going on around John Morant, Memphis at 3, with all these guards that we've been talking about, curious to see what Zach Kleiman and company does there.
Well, I know we've talked a lot about the guards. I'm interested, and they're not here in the top 10. Where do the Michigan players go? Certainly the bigs in Michigan, the national champions. Whoever's outside of this top 10 is going to get a really good player here.
And certainly here's Jeremy Wu's updated mock draft after the lottery. You can find the entire mock draft on ESPN.com/NBA. Hey, thank you for watching the NBA Draft Lottery. The next stop is the Draft Combine with coverage on Tuesday and Wednesday from 2 to 6 Eastern on ESPN2. And the NBA Draft is already just over a month away. First round will be June 23rd on ESPN and ABC. The second round will be June 24th on ESPN. On behalf of our entire crew here in front of and behind the scenes, I'm Malika Andrews saying so long from Chicago. Congratulations to the Washington Wizards who've been awarded the #1 pick. Sending it out to Mike Breen.
Malika, thank you. Well, this series opened in New York with a 39-point Knick victory, led by the captain. Game 2, meanwhile, had 25 lead changes, was nip and tuck in the 4th, but the Knicks came through at crunch time. And then in Philadelphia, Game 3 saw another rough 4th quarter for the Sixers, who are now facing elimination. As we welcome you to a beautiful Mother's Day here in Philadelphia's busy sports weekend. Phillies playing across the street. And here at Xfinity Mobile Arena, it's Game 4 between the Sixers and Knicks. A sellout crowd expected. Also expected a large contingent of Knicks fans making the trek down I-95. To watch Jalen Brunson, who looks to advance his team to the conference finals for the 2nd consecutive year. Meanwhile, Joel Embiid and the Sixers searching for answers to keep their season alive. This series is ready to resume. It's the Knicks and the Sixers as we welcome you to the NBA playoffs. Presented by Google, the conference semifinals delivered by Chipotle. And we're looking at Rockets Thunder, still undefeated so far in the playoffs. Huge Game 4 tonight. The Spurs and Timberwolves, and the Cavaliers an enormous victory yesterday against the Pistons. And good evening, everyone. Actually, good afternoon. Along with Tim Michael and Mike Breen on hand. Our colleague Richard Jefferson earlier today was listed as questionable with an illness. Well, unfortunately, he's been downgraded to out. He is really feeling under the weather. And in honor of Richard tonight, we're going to have multiple on-cameras throughout the course of our telecast to pay tribute to our beloved partner. And I will be sure to have a beer nearby, because I know Richard would love that. Meanwhile, for the Knicks, they are rolling right now, like 6 straight victories. So many things are going right for them, but what stands out for you?
Well, you're right, Mike. Things look a little bit different for the Knicks on both ends, and of course, thematically. One thing that hasn't changed is Jalen Brunson, the rock that he represents offensively for this team. The consistent production, particularly, you know, if these games are tight in the 4th quarter, where that basketball is going to go initially, and Jalen Brunson typically delivers, and he doesn't just produce. He doesn't in a way that brings places down because of his efficiency. When we take a look at the numbers to this point, every night he's putting the number on ground and gives him just a critical lead to his team to manage any type of situation. As I got the Wolves making it look easy, brought to you by Booking.com. Nothing has been easy for the Sixers here in the series. Now, someday an NBA team is going to overcome a 3-0 deficit, but the Sixers can't think about history. They have to think about one game, Lex, and what's the key to get that one game? They have to unlock their offense. If this is a one-possession game, that's someday in the second half, that should have been the story of the 1, 2, and 3. And it starts with Tyrese Maxey. I just don't think the impressiveness has been at the level the Sixers needed to be. You can't have quiet stretches in games offensively. Turnovers even though inconsistent like that. So it's got to be Tyrese Maxey. And Gibson out for the rookie DJ Hanscom, who is wise beyond his years and great choice. There you see the numbers. I would describe that as quiet. Those guys cannot be quiet today. One guy who's not quiet in the series is Philly native Mikal Bridges. Last 4 games, the best stretchouts of the season and the most important games of the season. Game 4 from Philly coming up.
Wrestling Finals on ABC. And never match Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle. For real. This is a presentation of the NBC Finals semifinals delivered by Chipotle. We'll continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Chipotle honey chicken is back. Step into summer with fresh grilled chicken, spicy Chipotle peppers, and the perfect touch of pure honey. Open the summer with Chipotle honey chicken. It's taking heat and sweet to a whole
Don't never stop. Good time, best time, all the time. Come see the Royal Caribbean.
Our nation's best from living the blood, sweat, and tears on the pitch. You can sweat it right out of it. It's a little push. It's bleeding.
One support done with one sheet or grab bounce. Ordinary brands can't hold up. One sheet of Audi keeps working even when wet. Can your paper towel do all that? Bounce. Put your finger up.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the big crispy chicken sandwich that's so big the McDonald's McCrispy has no way. Oh, never mind. It was hiding right there. Hey, little fella. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Allergies used to negotiate every invite, but now it's yes season with Surtec's fast 24-hour relief. So say yes to patio hangs, play dates, windows open. Say yes to your thing, whatever it is. Seize the day with Surtec.
It's St. Louis Grand Finale. Keelan.
Your growth is inspirational.
Hannah. You're absolutely amazing. Jordan.
The best voice I've ever heard.
Who will be your next American Idol? Grand Finale. Live Monday on ABC and Disney.
Summer's here, and with the new Toyota, you can do all the things that make summer, summer. Take a Grand Highlander and go right for the home team. Then you leave it up in a Camry. Or catch the waves with a Rav4. Still
Lease the fuel-efficient Corolla for just $229 a month. Or lease the hybrid 51 MPG Camry for only $279 a month.
New summer starts here. At Limbo.
Toyota. Let's go places.
The reason I'm running for governor, I want to represent working Californians and stand up to the corporate special interests that have been screwing people across the state forever. And the number one problem that people have in California is the end of the month, people can't make the numbers work. That's housing, it's electricity, it's gas prices, it's food prices, and it's healthcare. Every time people say you can't do it, that's what I want to do. So, let's get to it. Plus enough you get?
Always. With SoFi Plus, you can get up to $1,000 plus in annual value.
Plus me up, Jason Tatum.
And SoFi Bank's game-changing savings, APY.
A little boost always helps.
Plus exclusive access to live music, NBA games, and sporting events.
I like the way you SoFi.
Game over. Join the official bank of the NBA to score 4.5% APY with SoFi Plus. SoFi, get your money right.
Keeping the peace might be pushing you further apart next year.
They understand the silence. You get in a situation like this, and all you can do is try to get the next time.
Let's see how the 76ers respond.
It's fight. Backs against the wall, and always fight hard.
Irish makes it putting on a show. Doesn't matter.
For the Knicks, it's big. For the Knicks, you are focused on as much as a team.
Look like a long three. 10x. Up to drive.
He's got the inbound, throws it down, and to Robinson. Under the circumstance, stays the same. Goes by, you win one game at a time. Game 4 today on ABC, the home of the Vikings. Number 2, Philadelphia will look be the final game of the season for the 76ers. Or can they send the series back to New York? Fans for both sides pouring in on this afternoon game. As we look at today's starting lineups. And also by was questionable yesterday, but obviously set to go. Meanwhile, Ogianno's going to miss the second straight game. Houston Bryant starting for the Knicks. But that's the opening for the first time. It's going to be the final change. The others is on the tables. Defense for the medical staff says